In the sleepy village of Yumyuk, nestled deep within the lush hills of Abi Estate, an ominous quiet had fallen. The rain had pounded the earth mercilessly for 7 days, leaving the air thick with an eerie dampness. Palms bent under the weight of endless droplets, and the red soil, so sacred to the Igbo people, turned to mud. The villagers, proud descendants of warriors and traders, whispered to each other, their voices drowned by the ceaseless patter of the rain. Something unnatural was happening. On the 7th night, Okari, the village elder, called for a gathering under the ancient Akpaka tree. Its sprawling branches sheltered them from the rain's wrath, but not from their growing unease. The people huddled together, their wrappers soaked, their faces heavy with worry. Ndi Yumyuk, Okari began, his voice resonant despite his frail frame. The spirits are restless. Murders, disappearances, and strange happenings had plagued the village. 2 children, Namdi and Chika, vanished one dusk, their footprints stopping abruptly by the Oba River. Days later, Okachukwu, the strongest hunter, was found lifeless on a forest path, his face twisted in terror. Rumors spread like wildfire. An unknown fate was prowling the east, something older than the village itself. "I will go to the shrine of Agbala," Amaka's voice broke through the murmurs. She was barely 20, but her words carried the weight of a determined heart. Daughter of a late diviner, Amaka had inherited her father's fierce spirit and vision. The crowd stilled. "Amaka, it is dangerous," Okari said, his brow creased with disbelief. "Then let the danger find me," she replied. At dawn, Amaka set out for the dreaded Nkyum forest, the home of Agbala's shrine. She wrapped herself in her late father's Ofo staff and tied a red cloth to her arm, a symbol of protection. The forest was alive, thick with shadows that slithered between trees, leaves whispering secrets only spirits could understand. Amaka's steps were steady, but the dread clawed at her chest. Hours passed until she reached the shrine, a forgotten altar choked by vines and offerings of old. Bowing, Amaka called out, "Great Agbala, bearer of fates, I seek answers for Yumyuk." The air stilled. Slowly, the shadows merged into a towering figure, eyes like embers, a voice like thunder. "Child, you walk a path sealed by your blood," the spirit intoned. Amaka's heart pounded. "What does this mean? Your father once bound me in silence, yet the pact broke when he departed this world. I now claim what was denied, Yumyuk's fate." Tears streamed down her face as realization struck. Her father's life had been a fragile thread holding the village's peace together. Now she had to act. Amaka tightened her grip on the Ofo. "I will restore the balance." The spirit laughed, its voice a storm, but Amaka raised the staff and spoke an incantation her father had taught her in secret. A blinding light exploded, illuminating the forest as the spirit's cries echoed into oblivion. When Amaka returned, the rains had stopped. The unknown was defeated, but Yumyuk would never forget the girl who dared to face it, and the fate she carried.